Hey, it's Mark, and welcome to Mark's Millionaire Challenge. This is day 14 of the challenge, and it's been quite a busy day. Let's see. First of all, I'm really focusing on finding some good quality appointment setters, and not only that, but I'm looking for a salesperson as well. And so I've been working really, really hard on, one, educating myself a little bit about that, and then two, just really understanding and knowing the fact that really legitimate, really good salespeople don't want to work on an hourly wage. Most salespeople, good quality salespeople, prefer to be commissioned. And I know that totally goes against everything that you've probably heard. But trust me, I've talked to several of them today, and quite frankly, this is my summation of what they've all said collectively is that they a really good salesperson, a superstar salesperson, is quite frankly insulted by receiving an hourly wage. And you're right, I don't get it, but it seems to be true. And so, through some conversations I've had with some other warriors, and through my own learnings, I've come to that conclusion. And so I'm working really hard to find that person because that person is going to help me fill my seminars. And so I've been focusing on that as well, and starting the marketing process for that. So that is what's been happening for me today. And by the way, I was always also on the phones. I've made some calls and scheduled a few appointments for myself for the first part of next week because I didn't want to lose that. I want to make sure that I had those things going as well. So a lot of irons in the fire, yet I'm making a lot of progress. Still working on fulfilling those obligations that I have with my clients as far as their websites and their marketing and getting all those things done. As with outsourcers, there's always little bumps in the road, little fires that must be put out, egos that must be stroked in order to keep these guys and girls working. And so that's something that I'm having to do as well. And so one thing I wanted to talk to you about before I finished up is the importance really truly of going out and making sure that you are creating multiple funnels for your business, multiple ways that you can get your foot in the door with these businesses. And so if you're not doing that, that's something that you no doubt need to consider. And so that's something that I've been working on. So a lot of things happening, more about the seminar part of this business real soon, but quite frankly, I intend to do my first one within the next 10 days. I don't know how many people I'll have. Quite frankly, if I have 2 people, good enough for me. But I do plan on doing that. And so I'll be sharing more about that a little later. But that's really all I have for now. Other than the last thing I wanted to share with you was a book that I bought. And this book is called The Thank You Economy. And if you haven't heard of it, it's written by a guy named Gary Vaynerchuk, and he spells his last name Vaynerchuk. Okay, it's Vaynerchuk. Gary Vaynerchuk. And if you check him out, he also has another book called Crush It. And when I first heard about this book, I went to the bookstore and found a copy and decided to kind of check out the cover, and very intriguing book. So I sat down and I started kind of going through the book, and before I knew it, I was about 2.5 hours later, and I had read the entire thing, and it was just a remarkable book, and I ended up buying it anyway. I bought the book simply because I like books. If you can't tell from my shelf behind me, I buy books, and so when I found out he had the second book that was coming out, okay, The Thank You Economy, I quite frankly couldn't wait to get my hands on it. And while I got busy with a lot of other things, I finally found the time this past weekend when I was in Cleveland, to pick up this book. And this book talks about where we are going when it comes to building relationships with our customers. This book is good for 2 reasons. One, it's good for you and your client base. It's also good for you to educate your business owners that you're working with on the importance of building relationships. And so if you're using social media, if you're using blogs, which you ought to be doing these things, again, this book and what's in it is going to solidify why these things are so important. And this guy, he's a visionary, and the things that he shares, the stuff that he talks about is just, it's spot on. That's all I can say. And so I encourage you to go check it out. Again, the title of the book is The Thank You Economy, written by Gary Vaynerchuk. You just got to get it, okay? That's it. And so I'm starting to read it. Would love to hear your thoughts on it when you guys get your hands on it and start checking it out as well. And so that's all I have planned for today. Tomorrow, I really, truly hope that WSO will be approved and it will launch tomorrow. It's got 8 modules to it, and it really is exactly how I was able to do, $3,700 in 15 days, as well as $1,100, just over $1,100 in reoccurring monthly continuity. And so, it's my story. It's exactly how I was able to do it, and I just laid it out step by step. But the interesting thing about it is that I also included other lead generation methods, which are methods that I hadn't used in order to accomplish this goal. And so for those of you who are interested in it, quite frankly, this WSO is going to get you going a lot faster, because it has more meat when it comes to lead generation than I had when I first started this endeavor. And so I know that if you do the simple things that I did, that you will see some results. But I've added even more, and so I look forward to that working for you, and I will make sure that I make the announcement to all of you when it's ready to go out. So again, those of you who picked up the review copies, thank you, thank you, thank you. Some of you probably will not see that you got the review copy until you check your inbox, because who knows what time it is in the morning right now in the UK, but I did send links out to a few of you. So enjoy it. Again, let me know what you think. And that's it for today, and I will see you guys tomorrow.